Sagittarius, there is so much coming through for you. I actually feel a little bit discombobulated, but in a beautiful way. So maybe you feel that too. Maybe things are a little bit much right now, but I'm just getting nothing but joy. Nothing but joy. Let's jump right in. When I connected with your energy, I felt this sensation that something is as clear as a bell. Something is crystal clear in your life. And the clarity that you're feeling relative to something, a situation, I'm hearing, a truth, the clarity that you're experiencing it's almost like it's regulating your nervous system, or it's healing you on some deep level. The truth is just so clear, and it's providing a sense of relief. So something is sinking in. Something is sinking in, and I keep on hearing psyche, like the truth of your psyche. I don't know what, but there's just some kind of radical self-acceptance that's happening within you, maybe relative to a situation. And there's just a shedding. There's this release, this deep healing. You are deepening into yourself. You are like growing, dropping roots into the truth of who you are. And because of that deepening, your capacity to experience joy and abundance is expanding exponentially. I was seeing the image of a plant, a little baby sprout, and of course, as it was dropping roots, it was growing taller, so the deeper the roots, the higher the branches. Also, what's coming through is you cannot, unless you can fully receive what is now, more will never be enough, right? You are now in the practice of fully receiving what is, the reality of what is about yourself or something, both. You're so present, and because you're receiving the joy and abundance you already have, you are signaling to the universe essentially that you're capable of receiving even more. And it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Something is materializing. Something will soon materialize in your life as a reflection of this. The other vision that I was getting was of gold coins. It literally just looked like pirate money, like a treasure chest full of gold coins. So of course that makes me think of abundance, but more specifically the suit of pentacles, which is the material physical world. Your abundance is materializing. It's not just in the ethers anymore. It's here, or it's going to be very soon. 333 on the timer. So I have a few oracle cards already pulled for you. The very first one that came out came from the deck I was going to use for your closing message, but I took it anyway because it jumped out. So you've got vision. What do you see is possible that you could not see before? You're seeing the potential that has always lived within you coming to life outside of you, or it will be very soon, and you just feel that. You have this knowing, your inner sight. How would I say this? Your inner, it's almost like premonitions. Like, you know that what you're seeing intuitively or in your mind's eye, it's not just a dream. It's not just a fantasy. It's not just a wish. It's something that is coming. Some of you may quite literally be having premonitions. And because you can see what is possible for you, there's this emotional almost purging that's happening. You see how there's water coming out of the eye and a teardrop. Lots of emotional release is happening in response to your increased joy. So you might be feeling kind of like, I wouldn't say really high then really low. It doesn't feel like that kind of intense emotional wave. It's almost it's like the beauty of purging old stories. The beauty, it's like it's coming straight from your heart. I'm hearing you don't have to be sad anymore. I've also got 3 other oracle cards from another deck. Heal. Flow. And home. I just am getting the feeling that, oh, I just saw a little orb go right in front of me. It's like your nervous system is detangling. It is unraveling. You are sinking into yourself. There's not so many knots, like energetic knots, maybe even muscle knots or muscle tension. There's not so many tangles in your body or your field. So you're relaxing. You're relaxing. And that softening is allowing your energy to flow into this state of home. Home. In other readings, this home card has given me a sense of like being claustrophobic, right? Because it's such a tight space. But in this moment, in this reading right now, it doesn't feel claustrophobic. It feels like perfectly containing in such a way that something fits you like a glove. Something fits you like a glove. It's not too little. It's not too much. It's just right. Something is just right. Okay. And then also at the bottom of this oracle deck, I saw chaos. So this being at the bottom of the deck, this is kind of the underlying theme or energy here. Well, okay, I mean, that's the knot, right? There's the knots of chaos, the knots of fear and old pain, maybe sadness. This is what is dissipating. This is what you're healing. It feels like oh, look, sorry, but the face in the chaos card is almost exactly the same as in the heal card. You see that? So I'm getting this feeling that you're not just getting rid of chaos and old pain. I'm hearing disillusionment. You're not just getting rid of it. You're using it to heal. You're healing through it, or you are alchemizing it. You have learned from it. You have not avoided your own pain or your own healing process. Healing is transmutation and transformation. So you have not avoided your own pain. You are actively transforming it by being with it when it comes up in these, waves of emotions pictured by the water coming out of the eye. I feel like pulling some oracle cards from this deck now. So right out of the gate, we've got 3 different oracle decks that wanted to come forward for you. That is abnormal. In my readings, usually I start with just 1, but you've got 3 now. That feels significant. The number 3 feels significant. Feels like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. Something is in order. Something is being put into order while the chaos is being organized. You're creating order out of chaos. You're creating order out of chaos. something, this is kind of random, but something might also be unfolding in 3 parts or 3 steps. There's 3 things that are coming together. 3 things in your life that were separated or disjointed, but now they're weaving together. I don't know what that's about. New life. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Let's get 1 or 2 more here. New life is number 4. That's all about stability, security, new foundations. This new life that you are creating for yourself. You're choosing it. You are choosing it for yourself. Even though it might feel so divine and miraculous, which it is, you're also choosing it. That's part of why it's miraculous. It is so solid. It's so solid. Like, you can trust what's happening for you. Release. Yes. Release. What are you releasing? Internally, externally, both. Both of these cards are also blue. Throat chakra. Clearing of your throat. That's kind of happening on a collective, like bigger collective level, I've noticed in other readings, personal and astrology sign readings. There's a lot of blue coming through, a lot of healing of the throat. I feel like I have to say this. The throat is like a center point of manifestation. What we choose to say, no, what we choose to speak, very specifically, Spirit wants me to use speak. What we choose to speak and what we choose to not say, that sends, it's almost like ripples or like frequency waves out and reshapes our reality. So when your throat chakra heals, your ability to manifest skyrockets. What are you releasing that is allowing you to choose this new life? Oh, past life. Well, that's what you're releasing. Okay, thank you. That was easy. You're releasing your past life to embrace a new life. Yeah. Power at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That always reminds me of Taurus energy. Maybe the energy of Taurus might be important for you, or you might feel called to watch that Taurus reading. I just posted it yesterday. Your power, you being in your power, looks like you... what was coming through for Taurus, here's the connection. What was coming through for Taurus was this need to be more neutral. At least right now, they need to be more neutral and not be catapulted into extremes by their own triggers. There's a different flavor of that here for you. Something about you being in your power looks like you fundamentally being very calm. That doesn't mean that you're literally, unexpressive or robotic all of the time. It's like that fundamental quality of your nervous system being calm. That's power, and you are accessing that. Okay, let's go into tarot. I'm using the Green Menagerie Tarot for you. All right, where do we go from here, Spirit? Okay, show me Sagittarius. Show me Sagittarius is general energy, please. Show me Sagittarius. Justice. karmic rebalancing, energetic rebalancing, that sword of truth. You see the truth. Cancer also is seeing the truth. That came through for the reading for Cancer also. You're holding the truth and you are making a profound decision. Justice is a decision point, not just facing a decision point, but the moment you make a decision. You are making a decision as we speak, a decision that is just, it's having profound ripple effects, forward, backward, through, I'm hearing like all lifetimes and all layers of time. It's just like the ripple effect is radiating in every direction. Tell me more, tell me more. The High Priestess, which was Taurus's general energy. Yeah, something about that Taurus reading. It takes me back to the vision card. You know, intuitively having visions of what is possible for you, but knowing it's not just a vision for fun. It's not just some etheric dream out there. You know, it's like you're getting the vision because it's possible for you. So in that sense, it is a premonition. What you see for yourself is a preview of what is to come. King of Swords, more truth. Dang, all the truth. Wow, 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 wow. You're taking some kind of powerful action. Oh my gosh, Ace of Wands at the bottom. You're making moves. That is what's coming through. You are making moves because you are so connected to just everything. The truth of yourself, the truth of life. It's just, again, like something is so clear. Something is sinking in and you can't not take action or make a new decision based on that. I'm hearing it's go time. Like, let's go. Let's go. The Ace of Wands underlying everything. That means there's literally new passion, a new sense of direction and purpose and passion and motivation. It is divine and it is being handed to you now because Spirit knows you're ready to receive it and choose it and act on it now. Like this is now. What is the truth that Sagittarius is seeing? Hang on. Oof. What is the truth that Sagittarius sees? Well, there is something about the color pink. I heard pink in response to that question, which kind of makes no sense, but it's taking me to that King of Swords. Pink would be the heart chakra. Ha! The Three of Swords, a heart, and it's pink. This is your old pain. This is that water, that emotion that you're releasing from your heart. Yep. The truth of your old pain. What about it? What about it, Spirit? The memory of pain. Judgment. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius, this is like such a huge moment for you. Wow, I want to pull one more. Okay, two more. The Knight of Wands. There's that action based on the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Yep. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, this is you transforming the chaos in your heart that was, well, I'm hearing it was given to you. So very specifically, this feels like pain in relationships, whether it's family, friends, romantic partners, I don't know. But it's like relationships. People gave you pain. their pain, or they caused pain in you and you've been holding on to it and it has been causing chaos in your system for years. But now you see how you can take charge of the chaos and the old pain in your heart and turn it into peace. You can literally, it's more than you can just create peace for yourself. It's you see how the pain you went through can be fuel for peace, for your dream life. You cannot experience a healed state unless there's something that you have healed from, right? This is what it's all about. I mean, this is literally, I feel like this is just what life is all about. In a way. I mean, maybe there's more than that, you could say. But this is the journey that so many people wish they could take or have I'm hearing the gumption to do. But you're doing it. You're just saying, I'm not going to be held down. I'm not going to be held down or held back by this anymore. I'm going to learn from it. Page of Pentacles. I'm going to take action. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to transform myself, elevate myself, follow this higher calling into another dimension. You're flowing into your ascension because you're creating that greater state of safety in your physical body. The two, go hand in hand. I'm sure you know that. Ascension and greater spiritual gifts, I'm hearing, greater spiritual access to more dimensions, that is only possible through deepening into this physical body. That's what you're doing. Okay. Now what? Let's look at the challenge here. What's the primary challenge that you're now facing? Two of Swords. Okay, what are the two things that Sagittarius is trying to decide between? There's one, we've got the Knight of Cups. So, and let's get one more. The Two of Swords is a choice point, which we talked about with the Justice card. You are at a choice point. I feel like you're already, I'm hearing on a roll with making a decision. What's the other side of this? Four of Swords. Okay, so you are, as we speak, you are actively choosing, moment by moment, day by day, you are actively choosing to wear your heart on your sleeve or seclude yourself. Be vulnerable, be real, be authentic, express your emotion or accept fully your own emotions. I mean, it goes back to the Three of Swords, right? Your heart center, wearing your heart on your sleeve, being vulnerable. It means being real, like totally real. And that's a risk. It always is. But it's worth it. I mean, I think. And I know you think it is too. At least being vulnerable and real with yourself. Like that's ultimately unavoidable. The universe is never going to let you get away with not being authentic with yourself, right? So that Knight of Cups versus Four of Swords, which is like, what's the word I'm hearing here? Well, it is recovery on one hand, but it's also inaction, a state of passiveness, seclusion and isolation. And it's interesting because the Four of Swords, of course, comes after the Three. It is recovering from the pain of the Three of Swords. But I just feel like you're being called to action. You don't need to like isolate yourself anymore in order to heal or recalibrate or anything. I feel like you've just already done that to such an incredible degree. Like you're being spiritually, divinely compelled and propelled to actively choose this new life. Choosing this new life is the last step in your healing. What's the advice? No, I want to clarify the Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords. I changed my mind. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Temperance. This is your energy. Yep. Actively healing, not passively healing. More water energy. And clarify the Four of Swords. Ooh, wow. More pink. The Lovers. Hang on. Let me sit with this here. Okay. This choice point that you are at, it is straddling two paths. You are in between. Actively healing your heart by moving forward, taking action into your new life, versus this old story that would keep you in isolation and prevent you from the divine relationship or relationships you are meant for. It feels like the what would you say? Like it would be easy to feel like secluding yourself or being passive is safety, 2727, and therefore you're choosing yourself, right? But at this particular moment, in this specific moment right here, right now, for you, there is a divine relationship. There is a divine union of some kind. You can think about that as with another person or with the job of your dreams, the home of your dreams. I mean, this is ultimately, the Lovers is about choice, the power of choice, knowing yourself so well that you can choose who and what is truly right for you. And combined with the Four of Swords, it feels like you avoiding that. Whereas the Knight of Cups is you actively choosing that, even though some part of you is a little bit like, whoa. All right, what's the advice? King of Cups. It's just a more, I'm hearing heavenly, exalted form of the Knight of Cups. It's the Knight of Cups empowered. King of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. We gotta get one more. We gotta get one more. Hang on. Please be another king. Queen of Swords. Okay, I'll take it. So you've got the King and the Queen of Swords now in your reading. Ooh, and wait a minute. The King of Wands is the only one not here. Wow. So King of Cups, King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords is your advice. I mean, taking action on the truth that you feel. Taking heart-centered action towards the abundance that you see as possible for you, because you know for a fact the truth of yourself and what you want. It's go time. It's just go time. Okay, let's get a journal prompt for you from my journal prompt deck. I'm hearing lightning speed. And this doesn't mean rush. There's never a need to rush anything when you're, operating according to your own divine timing and the inspiration that you feel. Sometimes things just move really, really fast. And I feel like if you take, from a calm centered nervous system as much as you can, if you take action on the inspiration that you're feeling, things are just going to move very, very quickly for you. Okay, what is the difference between creating your reality and controlling it? Well, that's a perfect segue or transition from what I was just saying. What is the difference between creating your reality and controlling it? I'm going to let you ponder that for yourself. It's something that I've talked about on this channel many times. I do believe fundamentally that we create our reality, 3131. We do not control it. Just feel, don't think so much, but feel into the vibrational reality of those two words. Creating your reality feels like freedom. It feels like flow, and it feels like connection. You are co-creating life with life. You are not in a vacuum. You are not doing everything completely alone. You couldn't. Think about everything you've ever manifested in your life. It's because you're part of a web. You are the leading force and the leading edge. Yes, like you are the source of your own life, 100%. But life is a web, right? We're co-creating this. Whereas the vibrational reality or nature behind the word control, I mean, that just feels so bad. Like that feels like fear. That feels harsh, that feels scary, that feels lonely. So any kind of white knuckle gripping that you've been doing out of fear, feeling like, it's you and you and you alone, and if you mess up or if something bad happens, it's all on you. That's releasing. That's part of your healing. Think about that question for yourself, see where it takes you. Let's get a closing message from Anatomy of a Witch. Anatomy of a Witch Oracle. Closing message for Sagittarius. 3333 and 33 on my battery. So 333333. Touch. Ugh. Look at the roots. It's just like that plant, that sprout. Oh, so beautiful. All right, let's see what the guidebook says. I feel like this has come out for you before. Could be wrong though. I'm sure some of you would remember if it has come out before. Okay. Throughout our bodies is woven an extensive system of nerves. Many of those nerve endings are situated in our hands as well as our feet, collecting a great deal of information for the brain. Through just a touch, we are able to recognize temperature, hard versus soft, slick versus rough, receptive versus resistant, and much more. Our sense of touch has a major impact on how we physically navigate through the world. If we push too hard and too fast, we can quickly become off balance. When we move from our core, our actions are more rooted and stable. Another aspect of touch is understanding consent and sovereignty. Preferences on how, where, when, why, and by whom someone is touched depend on the individual and are not universal. Always ask permission and never assume. Contact, advocate, and interact. Respecting the power of touch applies to more than just humans. Consider the best possible ways to make contact with plants, animals, and spirits as well. Be mindful of the strength of your touch and aware of how it might affect others. Ooh. And I love how there's an eye in the hand. It goes back to the eye in the vision card, which is from the same deck. It's like just your powers of perception are so heightened, and what you're energetically or etherically, spiritually tapping into and feeling for yourself, that is the thing that is dropping roots. Your knowing, your vision, it's dropping roots. It is materializing, and hands are also about, taking action, manifestation. They're connected to the heart center. Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay. Thank you for letting me read for you, Sagittarius. I hope this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. And of course, I'll be putting that journal prompt as well as a bunch of others in the description box. So be sure to check them out. They'll help you to process everything and take your inner work a little bit deeper. I'll see you next time. Bye.